Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a review on my new bag. It is a Chanel size 226 reissue in gray caviar leather with ruthenium hardware. And I love this bag. I've always liked Chanel's reissues. I feel like they're sort of a little bit more understated than a classic flap. The 226 size is much better for me than the medium to large or jumbo classic flap. It's like in between those sizes. But one thing that I don't like about the reissues, the classic reissues, the standard reissues, is the distressed calf almost makes the bag feel like flimsy to me. So I've always kind of lusted after one in caviar leather, and that's what I have here. So I'm going to kind of go through the features of the bag, even though I'm sure there are other videos that go, I'm positive there are other videos that go through the features of this particular bag, and then I'll kind of talk about this individual bag itself. So the features are the pocket on the back, which is still a tiny pocket. I mean, you still can't put a whole lot in there without stretching the bag out. The double chain or the single chain is pretty versatile. The Mademoiselle lock. Everything is going to be reversed because I'm using my MacBook camera, so I'm sorry about that. This bag is a double flap, of course, and you have the standard pocket up here that, you know, is sort of useless, at least in my opinion. I mean, you can put receipts and maybe a purse up there, but not a whole lot. There's a spot between the two flaps where you could stuff something, maybe your passport, keys, your cell phone. Then underneath the second flap, you have a large compartment in the middle, a pocket in the front, and 3 pockets lining the back. 2 flat, well, 3 flat really. The middle one is supposed to be for your lipstick. I don't carry lipstick with me, so it's sort of useless. I keep my authenticity card and actually the tag for the bag back here to keep those in the bag. So yeah, those are pretty much standard for any Chanel classic flap or reissue. And this bag is just standard flat caviar. You can see the pebbles. It's not iridescent, obviously not metallic, not washed, not any of those caviar treatment leathers. It's basically just a flat caviar. But I will say that it feels softer than like the caviar of a classic flap, and especially like the inside of here. Like my last classic flap was super stiff. The inner flap was like really stiff, and even the inside of the first flap was like really hard. Like they felt like really stiff. And this is much softer. Like it feels like bendable. Like I don't know. It feels almost like it feels like pebbled lamb, almost. But it still feels durable. You know, I mean, I believe it is more durable than lambskin, even though it is like a softer leather. It almost feels like more hollow, if that makes sense. In between these, in between the quilting, the bubbles. So yeah, and one other thing that I also am not a big fan of on reissues is the way they bow out in the bottom, or they bow out in the bottom. And I found that this one does a little bit, but it's not too bad. And I was told by my sales associate that like the caviar ones don't tend to sag down because they're not folded that way. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe she was just telling me that because she knew that like I didn't like that about reissues. But I'm happy with this one. And yeah, I feel like the color is great because I don't know how it's coming up in the video, but it's actually like, I would say it's like a medium to dark gray, so it probably looks a lot lighter in the video than it actually is, but I don't have to worry really about color transfer. I wouldn't want to write on it with Sharpie or throw it in the mud, but I feel like it's, you know, it'll hold up well for an everyday bag, and I'm not easy on my bags. I'm not super rough, well, no, I am kind of rough on them, which is why I usually go for black, but when I saw this gray, I was just like I fell in love with it. I think it's amazing. So the chain strap length is standard for any reissue that I'll show you. I'm like 5'1" or 5'2". I'm very short. So you can see where it hangs on me. This is with the double strap, and then you can, of course, wear it with the single strap. You can kind of see, well, no, you can't really see. You can kind of see where it falls on me here. And you can even crossbody it. I mean, it's a little short for crossbody, but it's not bad. No, I mean, I think it's fine that way. So yeah, so far I'm really liking it. I'm liking how it's holding up. The other day I was driving and I came to like I stopped short and the bag flew out of the seat, landed on the front floor, and it still looks fine. I don't recommend doing that with your very expensive handbags, but this one has held up well. So all in all, I'm really a big fan of the Caviar leather. I didn't see many videos on the Caviar leather in the reissue, so that's why I thought I'd make this in case anybody was curious to sort of see. And I'll do an updated video later on once I've had it for longer to kind of show maybe the wear and tear. So this is like a good starting point for that since I've only had the bag for like 2 weeks now, so you can kind of see how it looks now. And then when I make another video later, we can see how it looks then. So thank you for watching, and I hope this helped.